right, it's 13 minutes gone past 7 o'clock, and I hinted you this morning is going to be a bit busy. Quickly, Hilda Wells says, good morning, everyone. Blessings and give thanks. All right. Mildred Smith says, blessed morning, beautiful soul. Mr. Innocent, have a productive day and a wonderful weekend. Also, Paula Paul, good morning to you. And morning, everyone. Rainy Friday. Morning, Gordon. Morning, Marilyn. How are you? Good morning, Ria.
Good morning, Innocent.
Wow, that sounds wow.
I'm having a good morning.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of two handsome, powerful, as my father would say, very powerful men.
Oh,
so
I see.
have all reasons to be, ecstatic.
True.
Ria, folks, this is Ria Murray. By now, you know that. She is the communications specialist at the Grenada Football Association, and this morning she brought on her colleague. He is a technical director at GFA. And good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. I love Grenada, so enjoying my time being there.
You love Grenada?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, what is it you love most about Grenada?
I've been coming there since I was a child.
Okay.
So I've always loved Grenada. It's a place that's close to my heart. It's a place that some of my most favorite memories as a child are in Grenada.
Okay.
From climbing trees to walking down mango walks.
Are you Grenadian?
I'm Grenadian, yes, sir. Yeah. So I am a local, yes.
Bloody hell. And your name, please?
My name is Gifton Noel Williams.
Gifton Noel Williams.
Yeah, the Noel side of my family is from Carriacou originally, but they preside in St. David's. A lot of my family's in St. David's.
Which part of St.
I don't know
David's?
if you know a bishop. He's passed away now, called Captain Archbishop John. That was my cousin.
Okay.
So I'd always come to the church and to see him and stuff like that. Yes, I've been coming to Grenada for many years since I was a child.
The favor of the Lord is upon you, man. Okay, we didn't come to talk that this morning, but I have to get to know the guy. So, Ria, what's popping with GFA? I hope it's not like West Indies cricket, as I was saying.
Oh, Lord. West Indies fans, I always feel the heartbreak for you, but, you'll survive.
It is what it is.
But what's cooking with football is it's so much has happened this year, and so much will be happening this year. So, on Monday, we will launch for the second time our Summer of Soccer, and I know that Gifton has been working with the team. So, you could share a little bit more with us.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Summer of Soccer. It's something that I've come to, and it's already going. So I'm just looking this year, see how it goes, and then next year to look into next year to see what change we may make. But I'm really excited about the fact that there's a place for children to go and play. Kids' holidays is a real vital time for children. And if they're just at home doing nothing all day, it's a really negative thing. So it's nice to have young men, young ladies coming out at least for a couple hours in the daytime to exercise and to make friends and to be with each other. So I'm really excited to see the process this year and to mingle with the kids and to see the coaches and to see everyone else.
Okay, and that is called what? What is it? How did you dub that program?
Summer of Soccer.
Summer of Soccer. Now, I like that initiative, but before we go further, I was told that you're the new technical director of soccer in Grenada. What does it feel like? What are you feeling with the Grenada team? We have sort of mixed results. The USA came down here and we were intent on giving them an all-down whooping, but they came and they gave us a McDonald's trashing. All right? But in your assessment thus far, in your new role, what are you feeling? What are you feeling from our team?
I think that you can't fix a broken arm with a plaster. So I think when you look, there's been years of things that haven't been actually correct. And I think now with what's happening right now, we're trying to fix certain things. There's certain aspects of the standard of football in the country that we're trying to look into to try and make it better. And I think it's something you have to start from the youth and really build the youth and give them the right facilities, the right training, the right amount of games. And I think these things have been neglected for a number of years. So I've looked at how many games that a young person, 16 to 18-year-old plays in Grenada. And when you compare that to how many games the same age person will be playing in Europe, it's maybe a quarter of it.
Right.
So if you think about that growing from you're 8 years old to 18, by the time you get to 18, you're going to be behind other countries.
Right.
So I believe that we have to look at the root of it. We have to go back to the babies. That's why the grassroots program, the summer of soccer, those things for the young ones are so important. But there is things that we can do right now directly to help the national team. You know, we're looking at the players, we're looking at their fitness levels, we're looking at their gym programs, we're looking at them as a person. Beyond the national team, the individuals as a person. So as a one individual, what does he need to be able to go to the next level? And then we're going to try and give him those things. So right now we're just assessing right now.
Okay.
I've only been in the job for a month.
Right.
So it's an assessment period right now. We're looking at the players, we're testing them, we're putting them through certain challenges, and hopefully on the other side of it, we'll have programs for them where they can get bigger and stronger. And because when you compare the players in Grenada to the players abroad, skill-wise, there isn't much difference.
Okay.
But when you talk about the physical aspect of the game, they're very much behind. So if you think about a 90-minute match, maybe for the first 30 minutes you're okay. But as the game gets more and the physical aspects come into it and the strength aspects come into it, teams can end up dominating us just for that fact. So if we get our homegrown players more stronger and more physical, then that will help them to go, and when they play international football, they'll be able to withhold the demands of international football.
So that will sort of bring them on par.
That's the plan. But
Right.
there's no quick answer.
Right.
And everyone wants me to give them a quick answer, and there's no quick answer.
But
to
quick fix
success.
is not always the best fix, right?
This is my point.
Yeah. So in essence, basically, I mean, we can look for a remedy for now.
Yes.
But to really get optimum from our Grenada football, it will take years because we have to start with the young ones. So by the time they reach the senior, okay. But I mean, it's worth the try. You know,
is.
It's worth the try.
And I'm not saying I'm not going to work with the ones that we have. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have some good individual players at the moment at the younger age groups in our youth teams. So we've got players there in the system, and we're going to work with them and try and bring them as high as we can bring them. But I believe if we're going to be saying that we're going to want to be within the 100th in the world, that's going to take a new generation. Many countries have done it before. Spain have done it before. France have done it before. Germany have done it before. When they've gone back to the drawing board and they've said, okay, what do we need to do to be successful? England have done it as well with what they've done as well. So they've had a big plan. They went back to the drawing board, and then now the youth teams are successful, and now the men's senior team is quite successful for England.
Okay.
So I think that if we go back to the drawing board and we give the president time to let him give his structure and his vision to all of us, I think then we'll be successful in the future.
So it's safe to say we can look for Grenada to rise in the stands of football, let's say the next 10, 15 years.
Not 15, I think 10 years. Within 10 years
10
we've
years.
done it. Yeah,
Okay.
within 10 years.
All right, so we'll set our mind to that. Okay, we'll take what we get now, but 10 years from now, Grenada will be ranking. That's how, you understand? That's the approach.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Right. So, Ria, what else is popping?
Right. So just going back to mention Summer of Soccer, it starts on Monday, and we will be at, we had 13 centers last year in Grenada and Carriacou. So we want to go back to that and also have a center in Carriacou again. So we're inviting children between the ages of 6 and 16. So they will be, grouped out in different age groups, and it's all about giving the children something positive to do within the holiday period, and also, learning and enjoying the game of football. So, once you have that joy and that passion for football, then it can translate into them wanting to, play for a club or in the future play for the national team. So some of the centers just off my head, last year we had Queen's Park, we had Montrouge, we had La Sagesse, not La Sagesse, we had Bellevue, we had Montreach, we had Mounton. So Cuthbert Peters Park. So centers, we have centers in all parishes. So on Monday, the coaches will be there, the parish coaches and other coaches would be there. And you don't have to pre-register. It's a free program. You don't have to pre-register. Just the kids can show up at the different venues, and then their registration will be done. So, and usually it runs from 9 to 11, Monday to Thursday. And that's the program. So we bowl off, we go off, we kick off on Monday, and we want to encourage all the parents to send out their children, let them get a little exercise, let them have fun playing football. So we start Monday.
Let me ask this. These sessions, will they be facilitated by national local coaches, or just people? Who will be facilitating these sessions?
The people who will be facilitating are coaches, like parish coaches, and also club coaches will be involved. Last year we had assistance from the Ministry of Sports with their coaches because they wanted to have, in terms of the ratio between adults and children, they wanted to make sure that the ratios stayed within what is standard, what is expected. So, but it will be all local coaches.
Because it's also important to note, while it is a good venture, a good initiative, we have to take into consideration parents need to feel comfortable with their children being around responsible people, not just somebody that. So it's important that we do that.
100%. I think every centre has a head of a centre. So there's always this one person who's the head, and their job is to make sure the register is taken, any problems with any children are taken care of, they'll have all the necessary equipment that they need, and it's their job to make sure that the centre runs right, and any issues, the parent can go to them and they can have a conversation.
Okay. What else?
All right, so I'll hand it over to Gifton to speak about Future Stars. And you hear the name, it sounds, like something.
What we were saying a while ago.
Yes, so it's something that you need to hear about. So I'll pass it on to Gifton.
Well, tell us about Future Stars.
Just adding on to what we were discussing before, I've looked at it and I thought to myself, what I believe we need to do is start from the young, from now. So we're going to get a bunch of 7, 8 and 9-year-olds. At the moment it'll be free training. They can come out and they can train on a Friday or a Saturday at Queen's Park.
When does that start?
That starts in 2 weeks' time on a Saturday. Okay. Friday and a Saturday they can go and they can train. And all the posters are going on social media and they're flying around, so people can look out for those things on the website and stuff like that. All the information is there. And we're looking for 20 boys and 20 girls. And the plan is that we treat them differently. We look after them, we give them the stuff that they need, we make sure they can get to training, we make sure they can get home, and we give them the training that they require from very, very young. Now, the grassroots program is going to be running side by side to this. The grassroots program will be all over Grenada with 42 centres, and there'll be loads of kids playing football on a Saturday morning, and I'm very excited about that. The Future Stars program, we're looking for the best young athletes that we can find.
Creme de la creme.
Right, and then the plan is that every year we do the same thing every single year. So we're talking about 10-year plan. In 10 years' time, we'll have from 18-year-olds down to 8-year-olds, and they will have all gone through this program. And we're going to train them in a similar way to how the Europeans are being trained. With education as being a part of it, and mentoring being a part of it, and a lot of different things. We're going to try and get them into tournaments as they get older. We'll take them abroad so they can go and play in tournaments in America and play in England, and we'll give them the experience they need so that they can grow, and they'll be our future, hopefully our future national team players. Now, over the years, if you start with 20, over the years, by the time they reach 16, out of the original 20, they might only be 12 left. And you might have refilled them with other players as they grow and as they get in they love football and they get better. So we'll always be looking. So it's not just the original 20 who will remain the 20 all their life. It could change. So I want to say this because I don't want anyone who doesn't get into the original 20 to think that that's it, it's over for them.
You can always get back.
You can always get back in.
As Randy Isaac said in song, there's always next year.
Exactly. Exactly.
There's something that I'm observing. There's a new thrust with soccer.
Yes, indeed there is. Lots more energy, lots more investment. Taking a look at the investment in youth football, and even investment at the top in terms of our top flight football. We've gone up to $100,000 for the winner of the Premier League. So it's just investment in everything, but still looking at the foundation and how we can improve and develop. And in a few years, we'll have, there's still passion for football, but we want the entire island, the entire country, to have that passion once more for football. And it happens when you have, for want of better words, it happens when you have a winning team.
Yes.
But when we lose, we know the true passionate fans. But it always helps when your team can win.
While at this, I applaud the increase in prizes and so forth. But have any consideration been given to the taking care of the players, especially when you have like an international engagement, so that the players can be kept in camp? Right, camp for a period, whether it's 3 months or so, while they are taken care of, in the sense that they don't have to go to work. Because something that I've observed in various communities around the island, the players work, 90% of them, or maybe 80% of them, are in the labor field, construction and things like that. So most of the times, when the game is about to start, you would see one of the players dropping from a bus and rushing into the park. From a national team's perspective, are you going to think of, okay, we have an engagement with, let's say, the USA coming up in October, November. So from August, you get the team together and you have them encamped and you take care of them so that their life continues while their sole concentration is on football.
I like your idea. Your idea is a good idea, and I like it.
It's pro bono. You don't have to pay for that.
I like the idea. The problem we have to look into is many other aspects. Some people have their own businesses. Some people have kids, wife and kids, so they want to go home. Some people don't want to do that because they've got their jobs and they're happy with their jobs. With the national team, as it is at the moment, we've got games coming up September, October, and November. So in an ideal world, we'd love to do that. But you've got to look at so many other aspects of the business and the systems that's in place at the moment. That's the reason why we can't do it. So what we're doing at the moment, we are training. So they're training 3 times a week. So the boys come Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday in the evenings, and they work out and they train, and then we get them to go back home. This is something that you're talking about that we are actually talking to the ministry about, or we want to be talking to the ministry about. We've put a proposal to them already, and we want to talk to them about it again. Is that we want a program for men and for women players and some coaches where they can come in the morning. They get a wage every single month, so they're financially they'll be okay. They come in the morning, they train with us. They go and do a bit of a classroom session, so they're getting some education. It could be how to interview techniques, life skills. It could be many other life skills that they just don't have. How to present, how to do a PowerPoint presentation, how to present in front of a crowd. There's many life skills that we can try and teach them. We'll do that for a couple of hours. Then after, we want to send those players into the schools. So send them in the schools so they can go and teach football. They can be a role model in their local communities. And then some days there'll be an evening project where their local kids can just come out to the local ballpark and just hang out with the local international
local
players.
Stars.
Yeah, and they can line with them. They can play football with them. They can if they're going wrong, that local person can pull them up and say, listen, if you're going the wrong way, you need to come back this way, and then that way it becomes more community-fied. Now, this is a project that we've put to the ministry, and we're going to try and sit with them again, and we're hoping that we can get it through. If we can get that through, then exactly what you're talking about, we will have, but not only for 3 months, it will be their role for the whole year.
Yeah, I can give you some insight. With the government's transformational agenda, it's holistic. So I see no reason for them to. This is one of the, because I'm seeing this as a multi-pronged approach to life in general, because it will have its impact on the youngsters. It also puts a pressure on the adults, because if you're being looked at as a role model, then you have to fashion your behavior. So you understand what I'm saying?
You have to walk right.
Yeah.
You have to walk right. You have to carry yourself correct.
Yeah, of course.
You can't just be doing anything you want, because you've got the next generation looking at you.
Of course. Yeah. So that's a brilliant idea. I see no reason why the government should turn this down. Anything else, Ria?
As Gifton said, we try to work within the parameters, looking at all the different issues. But for the last match we had, remember we had all the friendlies leading up, and during those friendlies, the players were in camp. When they had to leave to go to the Gold Cup, they did camp as well. So we started with the local players, and then the overseas-based players joined, and then everyone went to the USA together, and then they had 2 weeks up there before the match. So things have improved in that sense, in terms of giving the overseas-based players and the locally-based players time to mesh and gel, and get on the game plan, everybody on the same page. So it has been improving. I would also like to mention that the GFA has a new medical and physiotherapy room. We have paid physiotherapists on staff, and once you play in any national team, or you play in any GFA league, once you have an injury, you can go to get restorative care for free.
Wow. I like this. As the Jamaicans would say, things are going.
Enough things are going.
Enough things are going. Yeah, I like this, and I wish the other sporting disciplines on island could take pages from this and stop treating whatever field in sports that you're into. Sports is not playing anymore. Sports is serious business now. So if the athletics and so forth look at it this way, have this approach, the basketball, whatever, it will only enhance the sporting fraternity of Grenada.
It will. And our president has extended, he has tried to bring the other associations or start to build a relationship with the other associations. So at our last club management workshop that took place at Royalton, we invited the Netball Association, members of the Cricket Association, and volleyball. And it was all about how do you manage your club in terms of game day, before game day, how do you choose a hotel for your team that has all the amenities that you need, things like that. So, we've extended that arm, that branch to them, the other sporting disciplines, and I'm sure there will be other opportunities for us to collaborate with them.
That's good. I like this.
Yes, indeed.
Anything else before we wrap?
So a lot happening, but I would just like to mention that Grenada remains in League A of the CONCACAF Nations League, and we have matches coming up in September and October, and we also have our senior women's national team, which they will be participating in the inaugural Women's Gold Cup. So we just had the Men's Gold Cup, and we will have the Women's Gold Cup. So for the women, the matches are Bahamas versus Grenada, Wednesday, September 20th. Grenada versus Bahamas, Sunday, September 24th. Grenada versus the USVI, Wednesday, October 25th, and then we have the USVI versus Grenada, Sunday, December 3rd. All right, so people can begin to mark their calendars and put aside the ticket money to come and support our girls. So they are into the inaugural Women's Gold Cup, and we look forward to their performance. They've been training for a few months now, and they're led by head coach Jake Rennie, and of course Gifton here has been working along with them where he can. And for the senior men, as I said, it's League A. We remain in League A of the CONCACAF Nations League, and just listen to the matches coming up. Grenada versus Suriname. That's Friday, September the 8th. Friday, September the 8th, we play Suriname at home. Then we go away to play Honduras on September the 12th. And then Thursday, October the 12th, the Reggae Boys are coming. And you just seen that the Reggae Boys, they made it to the semi-finals of the Gold Cup. They had a really, really great run with all the players, Antonio, Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray. So we hope to see some of these stars, and some of their players, they are in the English Premier League. So we hope to see some of the stars coming down. But Thursday, October 12th, the Reggae Boys are coming to Grenada. And then we play Suriname away on Sunday, October 15th. So again, we have 8 matches coming up at the end of the year. We have our senior women's national team in action, our senior men's national team in action, soca versus reggae. So, set aside your ticket money.
Jab versus reggae.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get the oil down beaten this time.
Yeah. Hope they don't come and bring too much ackee and saltfish.
Oh Lord.
I'm happy, right? I'm really happy to hear what I'm hearing from GFA, and I'm a football fan, but I'm a bigger cricket fan. All right, I have to be honest. Okay. So I would love to see the Cricket Association, and not just the Cricket Association, but in my portfolio now, it's important for people to get to understand the importance of or the benefits of sports, whatever discipline you're in. Sports is no longer about just playing. Sports is business, big business. All right, and parents, guardians, you need to instill that in you. It's not only about academics anymore. The richest people in the world could barely count their money. They have to employ accountants.
And can I say something on that as well? Because people think of football as only as a player. But you have to understand, you can have a career as a physio, you can have a career as an S&C coach, you can have I used to play and now I've retired, but now I've got another career as coaching.
Now you're making the money.
I wish. But I've still continued because the skills I learned playing football, I'm able to turn them into the role I'm doing now. Okay. So there's so many other aspects and other jobs and other careers you can get, but within football, so I think a lot of people don't realize that, and I think the same in cricket, the same in athletics. There's so many other roles. So I may love football but not be good enough, but you can still be a physio or something else and still love the game.
Sporting is now a profession.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you very much for dropping by, and keep the info coming. You constantly send me the emails that I usually push through sometime with all the information and so forth. So keep that coming. Thank you for that. Keep that coming, and I just want to wish the GFA all the best in all their plans, and hope you get the deliverables, and we look forward to future engagements.
Yes, so as you said that, just quickly, I want to take 30 seconds. Remember, Summer of Soccer begins on Monday. We have venues in all the parishes. We also have a venue in Carriacou. So children 6 to 16, have them positively engaged through the summer holidays, and you can come on the first day and get your child registered, and it's a free program. And then Future Stars, that begins in about 2 weeks.
Yes.
Right, and it's at Queen's Park, Fridays and Saturdays 9 to 11. So again, Future Stars, if you go to our social media right now, there's a poster, there's a flyer posted, and it has the contact information to get registered. So it's also free, so lots happening, and we always love the support of our fans of football out there.
Okay. Thank you very much for dropping by, folks. We got to take that commercial break, and we'll be back with more after these bits of information. Stick and stay with us. Don't you go anywhere.
At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider.
Yes, Grenada, get ready for the event of the year. The Technology and Innovation Expo 2023 is coming to the Trade Center, Monroe St. George, on Friday, 4th August. Immerse yourself in a world of limitless possibilities where technology and innovation collide. Join us as we bring together the brightest minds and groundbreaking inventions under one roof. You'll experience firsthand the advancements that are shaping our world, from innovative products and services to artificial intelligence and virtual reality. This event would be the hub of transformative ideas, emerging trends, and platforms for startups to the showcasing of innovations, forging partnerships, and unlocking new opportunities. Save the date, Friday, 4th August 2023 at the Trade Center, Monroe St. George. Don't miss out on this opportunity to witness the future come to life. The Technology and Innovation Expo 2023. Call us on 456-1568, 437-1568, or email caribbeancodingacademy@gmail.com to secure your spot. See you at the expo.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by switching to energy-efficient appliances? By switching to energy-efficient appliances, you can help lower your energy usage. Your refrigerator, for example, is amongst the highest energy-consuming appliances within your home as it remains running throughout the day and night. Switching to an energy-efficient refrigerator can lower your electricity bill by up to 40%. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by switching to energy-efficient appliances. What can you do?
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
Spice Up returns to the Esplanade Mall courtyard. Spice Up the Esplanade. Every Wednesday and Friday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Spice Up the Esplanade. Your all-in-one Spice Mass event. Get a taste of everything Carnival. From music to mass to food to fashion. All things Carnival in one place. Esplanade Mall, July 7th to August 11th. Don't you miss it.
right, once again, good morning, viewers and listeners. I'm joined at this time with my good friend Maggie Steele. She is the Public Relations Officer at the St. Andrews Carnival Development Committee. Good morning, Maggie.
Good morning, good morning.
How are you?
Fair to find.
Okay, just fair to find? Okay.
A few showers.
yeah, that's the weather forecast for today. Carnival in Grenville, St. Andrew. How is Carnival? Big parish?
Well, so far, before I get into that, I'd like to say good morning to the listening public, and thanks to you for getting the opportunity to come here to highlight the people about what's going on in the parish for 2023. We had our launch last week Sunday, and I must say thanks to the patrons who came out and support as usual. It went smoothly, so we had a little late start, but everything went on smoothly. And following the launch, we have some activities starting from, well, we're supposed to have one this weekend, but due to certain setbacks, it was cancelled for next weekend, which is our Kiddies Queen show. Okay.
So what is the composition of the St. Andrews CDC now? Who's president now?
Well, we have Miss Martha Andrews as the president, Miss Diana Abel, that's the secretary, the PRO, myself, vice president, that's Anika, and treasurer Doyle. Douglas.
Okay, all right. And what's the feeling like for Carnival in Big Parish?
Well, we're looking to do big things for Big Parish, but again, we're looking for the support from the business sector. You know, once we get that support, then big things will happen definitely in the Big Parish.
I like how you, according to Oliver Samuels, I like how you put it. Big things will happen for the Big Parish. But generally, what is the feeling like? I mean, I looked at the launch in the car park, and I thought it was well attended.
Yes. It's one thing, we do get good support when home for that.
Okay, all right. Are you having the Queen Show this year as usual?
Well, I know most people look forward to the Queen Show as usual this year, but unfortunately, we were unable to have it as per usual due to how Spice Mass organized their agenda. So what we're doing, we're going to have it later on during the course of the year. Yeah, they had a different agenda for us this year, which they had where the girls could just audition, and then I guess they choose the best candidate from there.
Oh, for the national competition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because usually that would be the pool from where they pick. Okay. And in terms of I know in the years gone by, was the Calypso, the St. Andrew Calypso competition. Is that on?
Well, we're trying to revive the Soca Monarch. It's been a while years now. The last time we had that was when Mr. Mignon Dean was the president. That's a few years back. We're trying to revive that competition. I have one or two persons who are interested, but again, we're looking for the support from the business sector.
So the main, well, I wouldn't say hindrance because things are still happening, but one of the main slow points to the big things happening in the Big Parish is financial support.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, I guess companies and so forth are still being skeptical as it relates to rebounding from the effects of the pandemic. So,
well, I don't know how sometimes they look at it, but it's not only. When you look at it, if you support an event like that, it does well for your business because at least you're giving back to your community, and then you're showing that your social responsibility to your community. Also, you're getting support from the business community because they look at it like you're supporting us, so therefore we're going to support you. Each one needs us.
Yeah. The multiplier effect.
They need us, and we need them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like tourism.
Yes.
It's everybody's business.
Yes, definitely.
Good. Yeah, I know for a fact that being a big parisher myself, you know, I know how people from that parish look at it. As it relates to the staging of Juve and other national carnival events, how St. Andrew CDC, what plans are in place for that?
Well, for the Juve part of it, we have a number of villages. It has been extended, and we have Lafayette, which is always there.
Yeah, Messi and the guys with the jab jab.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they had the jab jab launch Sunday or
Sunday
coming last Sunday.
Sunday coming will be Munich jab launch as well.
Ah.
Yeah.
Brooklyn are coming up.
We have Sab, usually comes down. So the villages and them put together and they come to at this time jab band.
Okay.
That part of it. For the mass band, we have.
There's a name I don't want you to call, right? Yeah. Can't stand with the pain of it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
But that mass band will still be going on?
Always there.
Okay.
Always there. And then we also have our friends from River Sally. Always comes through.
Okay. Okay. Telescope usually have a Wild Indian band. Is Apache? Is that going to be on this year?
Well, I know they usually come out. I'm not sure for this year because we haven't seen much of them. So, but usually they do come out.
Okay.
But they come to Todi.
Right. And if I don't ask you this question, Mr. St. Clair would be mad at me. Rainbow City All Stars. How are preparations going with them for Panorama?
Well, I know they've been practicing hard for that. Other than that, not too sure much going on with them, but I know the
logistics of it. Okay. All right. So all in all, from your organization's perspective, are you satisfied with the level of support, let's say, from the national body as it pertains to the big parish or St. Andrew's CDC? Are you satisfied with how things are going?
Honestly,
yeah, be honest.
No.
Okay. What is not happening that you would have liked to happen?
As the parent body, Spice Mass.
Yeah.
We are the child, and as a parent, you're supposed to show better example.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to support your child.
Yeah.
You're a mother. You can't just leave us stranded.
So they treating you as a stepchild.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Honestly.
Okay. Well, it is often said we don't wash dirty linen in public, so it's a bit late to fix that for this year. So I would hope, and maybe if I was to speak with other committees like yourself, let's say St. Patrick and the other parishes, they might be sharing the same sentiments. So what I suggest is that you let the season go, because it seems as though it will be a bumper carnival season from a national standpoint. And after that, get involved in early engagements to ensure that next year you don't have the same complaint. You tried that already?
Yes.
Try it again. Yeah, try it again.
Try until you succeed.
Yeah, there's nothing beats a try.
No.
Okay. So as we wrap up now, is there anything specific you want to get out there? So,
well,
this is the platform.
Shout out to our St. Andrew's patrons as well as those beyond the parish to come out and support our Kiddies Queen show. That will be next week Saturday. That's the 22nd. At the Look Cinema. It's $15 for adults, $5 for children. Bring the children to see the young little ladies, how brave they are. Because it's not easy to face the stage at that kind of age.
Yeah, I know.
It's a start for them. Come out, let's support the children. People just always talk about we're not doing anything for the kids, we're not supporting the kids, but when you do something, they're not coming out to support. So we ask the patrons to come out and support the young ones, show them your love. Price is reasonable. It's only $15 adults, $5 children, and we also have a new event, something that we're doing for the first time this year, which is a youth DJ Clash.
DJ Clash, okay. Yes. What's the age limit on that?
18 to 25.
That's not youth anymore. 18 to 25.
Yeah. I see some people 40.
I forget. I'm a youth still.
Yeah, some people are 40 and still.
I'm a youth.
Yeah, I'm a youth.
Don't I look youthful?
I took 16 last week.
Okay, well, that is you. I going on 12.
So we're inviting persons to come out and support those events. In the youth DJ Clash, it's all about just using our local music, soca only, and so it's so nice that we have two female in the mix.
Okay.
Yeah, two young ladies in the mix. So come out and support, as I say, support the thing, people.
Right, support the thing, people.
Support the thing.
Okay. All right, so folks, you heard that, and we're not only, reaching out to folks from the big parish, but You on the outer parishes, come on down and see what the big parish has to offer, and maybe that gesture can be reciprocated when you have something. The folks, but of course, St. Andrew people are everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
So I understand he had more Grenville people in Guav than Guav people for Fisherman Birthday.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So that's generally how it is. So Maggie, well, thanks for dropping by, and I want to wish you and your team and the big parish as a whole all the success that could be had for the season. And I want to also take the opportunity to reach out to you, especially the youth. Right? This should be general, but I'm targeting the youth. Please, let's have a violence-free carnival. You cannot go out to any function other than gardening with sharpened tools and enjoy it.
Exactly.
How you go dance with a cutlass in your waist? That ain't making sense.
Not all.
Leave the weapons at home. Try to engage people instead. You're not happy about something, speak to someone instead. Violence is not the answer. And for those of you who are going through tough times, depression, anxiety, whatever, find someone confidential to talk to. There is hope. All right, there is hope. Find somebody to talk to. You can't deal with everything on your own. All right, so yeah, basically that. Maggie?
Thanks for the opportunity, and looking forward to see support from everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Go out and support the activities of the St. Andrews Carnival Development Committee for 2023. Folks, that's it for the program this morning. Stick with us. We've got great music coming up on the flip side of 8. We've got the BBC at 8, so don't you go anywhere. Love you. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday, should the good Lord spare our lives, and we'll have a wonderful time as we always do. That's it for the conversation this morning.